my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want freedom. You want me to go fight for you somewhere way across the economy? You won't even stand up for me here at home.
Man, you good for you.
I've been
Man,
watching a lot of Muhammad Ali clips.
I can tell.
Welcome to another episode of Sidework Cancer.
The champ is here.
That's what you motherfucking right.
Hey, you motherfucking right. I know the champ was gonna be in the motherfucking building. Muhammad Ali. You can't see his punches coming to you down on the floor. Look it up.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Sidework Cancer. I'm Deion Curry.
I'm BT. And man, it's good, man. I needed this, bro. This is good.
It's been a tough week for you.
It's been a tough week. Lost my dad August 9th. And then, so I was at Oklahoma. I went back to Oklahoma for the week. And you know what, man? It was good, man. Listen.
Send off for him?
Let me tell you something. My dad had every base covered. When I say every base covered, I mean, my brother said he wouldn't know what to do, but my dad had it all written down already. He said it was effortless. I mean, to the point of, it really was. And so I had to make some phone calls. And my dad had a sheet of paper. He goes, in the event of my death, call this number. This is what they're going to ask you, and this is the information. And it went right down the line like that. And I was like, holy shit. And then, you know how you go for the viewing of the body and you go, who is that? You know what I mean? You go, you know what I mean? Seriously, you go look at the body, you're like, is that, you know? Yeah, but it looked, that's the best dad he looked in a long time. He looked good, man. And they draped it with the American flag. Fuck, man. That really got me because, you know, I knew he was happy being in the Air Force. I mean, he talked about it. But yeah, I think secretly, man, I think he loved that shit because it was like, wow, the American flag draped over it. And he didn't want a funeral. All he wanted was, he said, and it went exactly like he said. He goes, I don't want a funeral. I want you guys to bury me out in the National Cemetery, you know, for military, which we did. He goes, have the preacher say some words. If somebody else wants to say some words, get up and say some words. That's great. And then go on about your day. And I swear it went exactly like he said. We were there no more than 30 minutes. And me and my brother went up and told some funny stories. And a childhood friend who's a preacher now, he said he told a great story about Dad, and we were out. And then we went to Golden Corral, because that's what you do in Oklahoma after a fucking funeral. But typical us, like we didn't know what we were going to do, because I had a flight out that day. The funeral was at 12:45. I had a flight out from Tulsa at 6. The flight left at 6:47. So it was like, I don't know if we wanted. It's only 35 minutes away. So I didn't know if I wanted to eat, but you know, fuck it.
Yeah,
so we went to Golden Corral. We had family I hadn't seen in forever, and unfortunately, I only see them, you know, during times like this. But it was great. We had our own little space in the back, you know, and man, it was great. We ate horrible food and it's Golden Corral, man. I was like, this is.
I hate to welcome you to the fatherless club, but
it's man. You know what? It hits you though.
It does.
Afterwards.
It comes in waves, man.
Dude, that's what I'm going through. Every day I wake up, I'm like, fuck.
July was really, really hard for me because my dad's birthday is in July.
Oh man.
And so July's normally suck for me anyway. I try to be as off the grid as possible in the month of July to avoid like just every year of my childhood I can remember. It's just like something shitty happened in July. So I just try to be, you know, on the downside of it. And so, yeah, man, when you let us know that your father passed, I felt for you. Kind of.
I know. Yeah. I mean, you know, I felt it. I appreciate it, man. It was like. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really you could say because you don't know what to say. Even though you've been there, it's just one of those things where you do it just to let you know, hey. And it's like, yeah, I appreciate that. But it was like, to me, it hits after, like, I flew back Friday. I was supposed to be in by 11:30, but I didn't get in till like 1 a.m. Didn't get to the apartment till like 1:30, 1:50. And so luckily MotoGP was on, so I stayed up, I watched that. So I watched that, I was cool. And then, so, you know, it was over that day around, I don't know, a certain time. And then, so, you know, you take a nap. And then, you know, when I lay down, it's like, it just fucking hit me. And then you wake up and that heaviness is there.
Yeah.
And then you know, and that's when it's like, fucking, you can't.
My first time where it hit me, I was at the drive-thru of Steak and Shake. And I was getting ready to pay, right? And the woman, she just goes, how are you? And I was like, I just started bawling, dude.
I know that feeling.
She was like, what did I say? I'm like, this is my dad. I gave her my card. She's like, I'm so sorry, you want free fries? I was like, yes, give me the free fries.
I know that feeling, man. I mean,
it sucks.
What's your guys' favorite childhood memories with your dads?
So I have 2 older brothers.
Okay.
Right? And when I was real little, my dad would always wrestle with us, right?
Yeah.
Because we were big wrestling fans.
Right.
And I just remember doing pull-ups from his bicep. Like he would, because my dad was a Marine, so
Yeah.
he was cock diesel when I was a kid. So that's my funnest childhood memory. That and when he took me to his cocaine dealer's house. I think I might have been 2 or 3 years old, just old enough to remember that cats have a lot of blood when piranhas bite them to death. That's my earliest memory. Like all my earliest memories are with my dad. He took me to his drug dealer's house. I remember going to the top penthouse. This dude's house looked like something out of fucking Miami Vice. Like it was, the drug dealer was living nice. It was like black and purple, which ironically is my dad's favorite color, is purple. And he had, I've told this story.
That's weird. I don't mean, go on with it. I hate to interrupt, but
No, go ahead.
my dad went to an all-black high school, and their colors were purple.
Yeah.
And the Crown Royal, their bag is purple. Purple, black people and purple go together. The Prince, Purple Rain.
Yeah, there it is.
What is it with black people and purple? Malik, look that shit up. Google that.
Your dad's alive. You ain't got shit going on.
You ain't got shit doing. So go ahead, I'm sorry.
So yeah, that's my earliest memory of. I didn't know at the time that all that white stuff on the table was cocaine. But this table is probably a little bit longer than your average coffee table.
Was like a Last Supper table?
Man, there were bricks and bricks and bricks and bricks of cocaine. Like maybe.
And what were you doing? I mean,
I was 2, bro. I didn't know anything. My dad was doing the deals, so I was just, kind of walking around this guy's penthouse.
He didn't afraid you were going to go like a kid and, just fucking explode?
Apparently, my dad had taken my brothers to the same place. I never knew about it until I told the story at the funeral.
You told the
and my brother was
cocaine
like, oh
story.
shit, I went there too. I was like, you did? So I was like, you remember the piranhas? They were like, yeah, I remember the piranhas. I was like, did he feed them? He was like, no, they didn't. I was like, he threw a cat in there when I was there. But he had all this cocaine. It was a lot of fucking cocaine, man. And I just remember him seeing me looking at his fish tank and he goes, you want to see something cool? And I was like, I just shook my head.
And you're 2.
Yeah, and then he went to the back room or a closet. I don't know where he kept these cats.
Wait, he kept the cats locked up, but the cocaine out in public.
Yeah, the
that
cats
makes
weren't
sense.
walking around at all.
Well, I guess he don't want the cat all fucking strung out on coke and shit.
I don't know how many cats he had. I don't
Some
know if that
skinny
was
cat.
a cat
Some
or what.
skinny cat. I lick your penis for a rock.
Sorry, you're food for the piranhas. But he came back with a cat and he just tossed it in there. And it splashed and them motherfucking piranhas. They were big ass piranhas. Probably the size of that soccer ball over there.
Oh, I was going to say,
They were the big
the size of Malik. I like, oh, goddamn, big ass piranha.
one big piranha.
With hair all up. A mixed piranha. That ain't no pure piranha. That piranha's mixed. That piranha's mixed with a carp or something. With a catfish.
Catfish.
A catfish and a
If you
piranha.
were
had
a fish, you would definitely be a catfish, Malik. I'm sorry. Yeah.
A catfish mixed with something else, though. With a piranha. Is a piranha nice? Man,
And my bottom tooth is crooked, right?
Yeah.
That is because my dad, we were play wrestling, and this tooth was loose, and my 2 brothers were in front of him. He was like down on his hands and knees, and so I was on his back, right? And he was trying to get me off his back, so I slid down, and he reached back, pop! My tooth comes flying out of my mouth, hits the wall, and shatters into like a million pieces.
Oh,
right?
damn.
There's blood everywhere. My 2 brothers are like, he looks at me, and I'm like, am I okay? I don't feel anything. Am I supposed to cry? But then I noticed the blood, so I started crying. It's like, boy, you fine. Took me to Dairy Queen.
Man, that's a great memory. I mean, it really is. It's funny. is that, man, when you're a kid, your dad is the strongest motherfucker. At least I hope it is like that. Because
It should be.
in a way, I remember, like, the earliest memory of my dad, I don't remember the earliest, but it made me mad, though, because there's a picture of my dad and me. It's my favorite picture in the world. And I say, Mama, where's the photo album? And she goes, I threw them away. And I go, you threw the photo album away. And I was so pissed off. Because it was one photo, it was me and my dad. He had his arms around me. And he was leaning in like that. And God, that was my dad. To me, was just a strong motherfucker. He always was. But I remember it was about 2 blocks away from my house. And he's going to pull up to his words were, hey, going to my partner's house. He likes to fight. So if we start fighting, you kids run home. I go, where the fuck are we? You want me to fucking run home?
I don't even know where I'm at.
I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, so I remember that memory, but also remember like, and my brother told me this story, which I thought was hilarious. My brother was always big for his age, and he was like Obama, man. He was always wanting his birth certificate. Because when he played t-ball, it seemed like he was Malik's size when he played t-ball. Seriously, he'd be like, we want his birth certificate, you know?
I love how Malik is your measurement for everything.
I know.
There's about 3 Maliks.
He was Malik. He was like Malik's size in fucking 3rd grade. Seriously, he was like 5'8" in 3rd grade. So he always hit home runs. Oh, easy. But the other best team. He played for McDonald's. My brother played for McDonald's. So he played. Loving it. And they always go to McDonald's because they were good. I mean, that thing won the championship a year, so they would go to McDonald's after every game anyway. So when they played football, same way. I think it's the first time he touched the football. He was a running back. He ran like 60 yards for a touchdown, right?
Nice.
So after one game, they always go to McDonald's. So one game, my dad just kept on going. My brother was like, "Hey, Daddy, you missed turn." He go, "You ain't going to McDonald's. You played like shit. You don't deserve McDonald's." And my brother was like, and he goes, "That's the first time he was ever humbled." I mean, he's like maybe 5th grade. He goes, "The first time I was ever humbled." And he goes, "You don't deserve McDonald's. You played like shit." And he just kept on going. And my brother said when he got home, he went through that refrigerator looking for leftovers and shit because he was hungry. And he said it taught him he had to play great every game. And I thought that was the funniest.
You want to eat, you gotta win.
And the funniest thing now, looking back now, it just shows how my dad's thinking is. And I think the hardest part for me now is that he's the only one that I would talk to even till when he passed was physical fitness. That was even though he was toward the end, he couldn't do anything. Right. But it was like, I said, "Hey, Daddy, I'm on crutches now." And he goes, "Boy, you gonna walk before I am?" Because the doctor told him, he goes, "You're not gonna walk again." And he always said everything matter of factly. He said, he goes, "The doctor said I'm not gonna walk again." I go, "Shit, I know how you are, Daddy." And I said, "We're gonna have a little competition, see who walks." Because he goes, "You gonna walk before I am?" I go, "Well, let's see what you got, Daddy." And his laugh when he got older was like, ha 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 ha. And so he would go, ha ha ha. So that's the part that hurts because every time I work out, I mean, that's what we talk about. Yeah. Like whenever I go ride the bicycle, I go, "Dad, I got in 50 miles," and they go, "Boy, goddamn, boy, how you did 50 miles on a bicycle?" And I remember and the best though, toward the end. The best way I call my dad, go, "How's my fat ass brother doing?" He goes, "He's still fat." He goes, "But don't tell him I said that." And that to me makes me laugh so much. And that's why, man, honestly, yeah. So, that was our thing, man. It's physical fat. Like there's no one now. That's the void. It's like, that's how we gauged everything. Like it used to be other things, but now it's like, and it's football season. That's how we connected. Like, oh, did you see the game?
My dad was a huge fucking Packers fan.
Yeah, I mean, but
which is funny because all my other uncles were Bears fans.
Yeah.
Because the Colts always sucked.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I didn't have a team until
84.
Something like that. So yeah.
The year '84 they came to Indianapolis. So
yeah.
When my dad was growing up, they were all
anything but
Bears
Colts
fans.
Yeah.
Because Colts didn't have a team in Chicago.
Proximity.
Yeah, right. And so he was a Packers. My dad was a contrarian like that. If everybody liked Michael Jordan, my dad liked Clyde Drexler. So I like Clyde Drexler.
Yeah.
My dad liked him.
Right.
I hate the Packers now. Aaron Rodgers fucked that up. I never liked Brett Favre either. Matter of fact,
you know what? Yeah. Now you're justified in that.
Yeah,
that piece of shit.
Fuck the Packers.
And no, fuck him and fuck the Packers.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, he's a goofball.
And now think about it. They've had 2 piece of shit quarterbacks, personality-wise.
Back to back, yeah.
I mean, and Brett. Remember they got on the Brett Favre when he goes. I thought Aaron Rodgers would have at least 2 Super Bowls by now. And they go, "Oh, Brett can't let it go." And I go, "No, he's right."
No, because nigga, you didn't win, but won. You should. How many times did you have a chance?
Hey, he should have won with Minnesota that year that the Saints had a bounty on his ass.
Yeah, well,
And they tried to kill him.
he shouldn't have been sending dick pics to Jets reporters.
Yeah. Hey, how you like this Sean Bates? You know, from fucking Mississippi hillbilly.
That's why Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles, because he ain't send that customary Packers dick pic to a random Jets reporter.
But he just thinks wasn't that a massage therapist? I thought it was a massage
No,
therapist.
she was a reporter.
I thought it was a massage
No,
therapist.
that's Deshaun Watson.
No, I knew about Deshaun Watson, but hey, you know what? Quarterbacks just, I mean, Tom Brady got off easy. Only his boss showed his fucking dick to a massage therapist. That's the only time
I love
Tom
how
Brady.
they swept all that under the bridge like it was no big deal.
And Tom Brady got mad at the roast. Look, you can talk about me, don't talk about my boss. Really? You can talk about your wife, fucking her jujitsu instructor, but
Of course
don't
she
talk
would.
about, don't talk about my boss.
I mean, if you are Giselle's jujitsu trainer, are you not trying to smash? Are you really trying to teach her jujitsu? What does she need jujitsu for? She's got private security, one of the most famous and richest dudes in the country.
Well, just in case somebody, like in the movies, just in case somebody gets through all that security, they go, we're gonna be together. And she goes, I don't think so. Here's the thing. Here's my thing though. You know, it takes two to tango. She could at least say no. You know, if some dude's coming on to you, she goes, hey, I'm married. Women, because here's the thing. Women, you know, all this independent, all this shit. Hey, if a dude's hitting on you, but you don't want it, just say no or find a way to get out of it if you're scared. Like
Bro,
something.
the women are gonna tell you a brand new asshole, and they tell you all the stories of the times they told dudes no, and they didn't get the hint.
Trust me, dudes don't. I mean, but at the same time, though, hey, Tom Brady can call somebody to take care of that problem. I mean, she go home and tell Tom, like, hey, Tom, and Tom go, let me get my defensive line. Defensive line, they're nasty. You know, let me get my defensive line to take care of this dude.
You can't go get somebody else to take care of the dude who's hitting on
If you're
you.
Tom Brady and you're a quarterback and that's your meal ticket, yes, you can. Get the second string dude. They ain't doing shit. They're like Malik. They ain't doing shit.
You better use that throwing arm to knock that nigga out.
Hey, now here's what you do. You go get the practice squad dudes and say, listen, I'll float you guys another 10 grand easy. Hey, the practice squad dudes who are on defense, they're essentially hit men anyway. They're bouncers at clubs and shit. They ain't getting no playing time. They're going to be out of the league in a year or two anyway. So they'll gladly do it.
You know what's gonna happen is they gonna go beat up that dude. Giselle's gonna be happy, and then they're in, and the cycle starts all over.
And then Tom's like, now I got to get somebody to beat these dudes up.
He's too busy mouth kissing his children. Which is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Hey, everybody gets down different. I mean,
No, man. His son was 12 years old walking out of the room, and Tom was like, "Where's my kiss?" Nigga, it's in your wife's room. Go in there and kiss her.
maybe that's why she left your ass.
Yeah,
You were kissing your kids when you should have been.
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kiss your kids on the cheek all day long if that's what you want. But why are you mouth kissing someone who can speak in full sentences? That's so weird to me.
Listen,
You shouldn't want to mouth kiss your children.
everybody's different. I think shit I talked about it in a special, but it's like, look, a hug is like cool, like a boom with your kids. Hey, buddy, I love you, or maybe top of the head, maybe forehead.
You kiss them on the forehead. You can kiss them anywhere on the face except for their lips.
And you're like, all right,
But if they're 12 and they can say, "Hey, this makes me uncomfortable,"
hey, Dad, no.
you should probably not. You know.
I don't care how many rings you got, Dad.
Yeah. Come on, man. That shit was weird as fuck.
You want me to call
just
the police?
laying on the massage table. Son, where's my kid? Ew.
It'd be great if his dad goes, yeah. His son was like, yeah, kiss his daddy. He's 2 years away from that age. Yeah, kiss his daddy. Kiss his nuts.
To me,
That's why Mama left your ass. What'd you say, motherfucker?
he left her.
Oh, he left her?
Yeah, because she wanted him to stop playing football. He was like, "Man, I'm trying to make history."
You don't understand. I mean, but I ain't gonna lie. That'd be one of the funniest jokes Kevin Tarter ever told. He goes, Tom said, you know, he had a choice to stay at home with his wife and kids or go 7-6. You know what? I'm gonna go 7-6.
Sometimes.
That may be one of the funniest jokes he ever told. That's hilarious, dude.
Not enough games for a full season.
I got a chance to go 7-6. I'll do it. I mean, that just shows you how much. And when it breaks it down, when you're a man or whatever, you have an outside interest that you really love, and like, you're gonna take that interest over. Whenever an athlete goes, "I want to spend time with my family," I go, "No, you don't." That shit lasts maybe a day.
You know, that's the excuse for when politicians get caught doing something they're not supposed to do. I'm going to resign in order to spend time with my family.
They don't want to spend time with you. I mean, they
know
like the
what you
perks.
were doing.
They like the perks.
Yeah, they knew what you were doing.
It's like Jerry Jones' wife. I mean, listen, man. I mean, he's a billionaire now. There's a rumor he has an outside kid and or an affair with a woman who I think is going to sue him. And, you know, she's turning the other way because, hey, he's a billionaire. Where you going to go? No offense. And this is going to sound harsh to the ladies, but, you know, when you get older as a woman, and I feel for them, especially if they older than 35. I mean, even though you're in those circles, do you really want to be out in them streets? Even though you're on, like, nice streets, like they're cobbled gold streets, you're alone? Hey, man, I wake up here alone in this fucking efficiency apartment, and I go, damn, it'd be kind of nice to have somebody. Okay, it's a one bedroom. But still, I wake up like...
So you have to be in your space 24/7? Could you handle that?
A woman, anybody, but no. But I ain't gonna lie, man, now, I was like, man, it would be kind of nice to have somebody just to, you know, like, what woman's gonna fall for? Could you just come lay with me? I just wanna, you know.
Do you want to come lay with BT? Make sure you go to buymeacoffee.com.
Come lay with me, BT, or buy me a coffee. Which one would you want?
Buymeacoffee.com/sorrow cancel. Become a cancel crew member for as little as $6. Our top tier gets you on a date with any three of us. So maybe if you want to, you know,
by the way,
take him up on his offer.
Do you have handicap parking, a play card that we can get good parking?
There are perks that he can make work, if you know what I'm saying.
If you know what I mean. Hey, by the way, I have a feeling I'm gonna be walking next week. I think without. I'm just talking out of my ass now. Without. No, with the boot, but without crutches. I mean, that's the goal. I saw the doctor today. He goes, I want those crutches gone. I want to see you walking. I go, well, you ain't the one that's got to do it. But I mean, it still hurts. But I just have the feeling that it feels stronger. I mean, you saw me move a little bit. It's better, you know what I mean?
I mean, it was very little bit.
Okay, you can say it like that, but yeah, but I mean, I gotta have confidence to do it. But he wanted me going with one crutch inside, and that's what I'm doing. So it's like, yeah, man. I mean, because I gotta work. And here's the thing, though, man. I don't know if it's because of the funeral or because of whatever, but it's like I'm going, man, do I really want to do this? Because I've been out since May. And I don't get me wrong, I was writing stuff, and I've been out for so long, and then this happened. And I'm like, do I really want to do this shit anymore? And I thought,
Of course.
Yeah. And then somebody sent me like a video of this heckler on a cruise ship, and then she came up on stage.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I was like, do I really want to deal with that? Because I know my timing's gonna be off. You know, it's like those boxing champions that, you know, they come back after after a couple of years, and they're taking shots in the first couple of rounds, and they, you know, whoo,
I'm the greatest.
and they go like this, and the winner. By split decision, and still, you know, I don't want it to be like that. I get off stage. BT, that was a...
I mean, you got to challenge yourself, brother. You can't let this and your downtime stop you for what you were put on this earth to be.
I mean,
because comedy is your gift. You ain't good at nothing else. Otherwise, you'd have done it.
That's the greatest compliment ever. I mean, that sounds bad, but no, I like that.
You are really good at comedy.
Thanks.
It's what you're here to do. You probably watch some motorcycles go around in a circle.
Yeah, but who can't watch motorcycles go around in a circle?
But what I'm saying is,
I know what you mean.
You know, you can't let this setback deter you from, you know.
It's tough, man, because it's dark days. I mean, you know that.
But you know how, you, of all people, know how awesome it is when you haven't done comedy in a while and you get up there and then you do a set and it's phenomenal and the crowd loves you.
What if I suck 3 dicks up there?
Well,
you know what I mean? What if I get up there and you see the crowd go, oh, can I get the check, please? And we all going. You know
it's bad when you can hear the dishwasher, or you hear the server door opens.
Hey, your door's open.
You hear the air conditioning kick on.
You actually every door closed and open like.
Motherfucker in the back with their ice, they stirring their ice with their straw.
No, you hear the ice melting. You go, God damn it, is this bad? Yes, it is. You said that out loud.
That cough. That cough is the worst.
And you hear the waitress go, yes, this is for gratuity. And you go, good night, folks.
You can hear people's phones vibrating. Thanks for turning your phone off.
You actually read somebody's lips. Is that nigga still on stage?
So I got a babysitter for this?
So, man, I don't know, man.
You know what was cool is I did a show, was it a couple weeks ago? now. A couple weeks ago, Concrete and Jerry Garcia. Shout out to them. Comments from LA. Concrete's big on social media. So
Okay.
make sure you check out his content, Concrete Live. But I opened for them on a Wednesday.
Okay.
And it was, it was like one of those sets where it's like, I can't tell if they like me or they hate me. Because 1 minute they're laughing and the next minute they're judging the shit out of me. And I'm doing this fucked up double dutch where I'm like, you kind of like me, you kind of don't, right? So it's me, Jerry Garcia, and then Concrete. So I go up to 15, very shaky 15, right? Jerry goes and does his 30. And then Concrete goes, hey, do 5 minutes before. And I'm like, I really don't, they didn't like me enough to be, doing 5 minutes, but whatever. So I riff on what Jerry had closed with, and then I bring Concrete out. And, he kills. He's a social media guy. He does most of the crowd work.
Good for him.
And it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, if I'd have known that this is what the audience wanted, this is what I would have gave them. But you get shows and,
It's comedy, man.
you don't know who you're working with and what their audience is. I didn't do any research on the guys.
But no, that's great because that's being you, being authentic. And so it's like, okay, if people talk about the crowd work thing, it's like, all right, man, I don't get mad at it, but fuck, just be who you are.
Sometimes you got to give people what they want. If people come to see you do, like Matt Rife, right? That's his thing, okay? If you go to a Matt Rife show expecting, material, you're at the wrong place. That's not his thing.
That's not his strength. It's not his strength.
Right. So
he'll give material, but it's like, that's not his strength.
You can tell he spends more time working on the crowd. Most people think his crowd work is just off the cuff, but here's a little industry secret. He has said the same things over and over and over again. They're not actually brand new.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Too late.
Big boys don't cry.
So
big boys don't cry. You remember that song?
No, I'm not that old. Any chance I get?
10cc. I'm not in love. Don't forget it. And then it's like a kind of like a dreamy kind of sequence in the song, and you hear a woman's voice going, "Big boys don't cry. Big boys don't." That song is the shit.
That song is toxic. If you're a big boy, you need to cry. Make sure you cry.
I think if I heard it now, I'd probably cry. But like when you go, "Big boys don't cry." But the greatest is that song is about. Or I'm thinking, man, I'm getting two songs mixed up. Probably. No, How Much I Feel. How Much I Feel is almost the same thing where as a woman he fell in love with and she broke up but it broke his heart. So time goes by and he's married, he got kids, and then he says, yeah, I think about you sometimes. Well, even though he's got a wife and kid, and he thinks, I'm like, fuck. That's why in Castaway.
I was going to say, that sounds like...
Let me tell you something, man. That's the scary part about all that is, you think somebody's, you're in love and this and that, and they might fake it, and then like no matter that person they really want comes back in their life, and they leave you with a house full of everything. That's how much they didn't fucking love you.
You gotta fight for your girl, Tom Brady.
No. And, hey, like my dad said, you want to go? Go. Hey, I'm gonna put his business out there, but my brother told me he and his girlfriend, they got in a fight. I don't know how long ago this was. And she goes, well, I'm gonna find me a new man. My dad goes, well, go ahead, find him shit. I don't care. You want to go? Go. That was my dad. He goes, go ahead. My brother said, I'm thinking about moving to Seattle. My dad goes, ain't nobody stopping you? Go. That was him. He was just the most honest, looking straight ahead, but just funny motherfucker, man. So,
How old was he like that?
81.
81.
And yeah, because I remember because he and my mom got along so much better, the older they got and everything, and they were away. And she goes, yeah, because sometimes my mom gets sentimental, but in just a matter-of-fact way. And she was saying how she called him on his birthday or something. He goes, I made 80. And she said he was real happy. She goes, I made 80. And I thought that was kind of,
80 is a good year, man. It's a good
That's a good
get
number.
out point.
You know what? It depends on who you are. Some people, man, like you ever see a hard 50 or a hard 60?
Have I ever?
Yeah, you go, Jesus, fuck, what happened to you?
This nigga's 12. He looks 1900.
Who, 1900? Yeah. Malik? Well, we give Malik shit, but Malik is turning into the super producer, man.
He's always been a super producer.
But now he's like, that question you just asked, that was great. Like, what's your, fondest memory or whatever? That's a good question, man.
What's your fondest memory of your dad?
I'll have to think about it.
You have to think about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you not spend a lot of time with your pops?
I would probably use one with my stepdad, not my actual dad.
Oh, okay. Is that bad memories there?
No, I just grew up with my stepdad.
Okay. Is your stepdad still there?
Yeah.
Now, is he black or white?
He's black. What are you talking about?
Okay, you ain't got a attitude about it. Damn, that one hit hard. You see me? He's black. You see him?
She ain't never going back, goddammit. What's wrong with you?
That black D too good. She crossed the line forever. That would be the ultimate white woman. She's like in a civil rights march and shit. She's like fucking, we want our rights. You're like, that's the one I want right there. What are you talking about? That'd be the ultimate white woman. She don't care in you. You know, you get in an argument, she go, let's talk about this in the car. You're like, all right, gotcha, baby. You know.
A woman who won't embarrass you in public is
That's the kind of woman
God's
that.
gift.
Let me tell you something. If you get in a fight where you go, you know what, I fucked up, and I'm about to get it, and she goes, you know what, why don't we wait till we get home? And you go, okay, and then but it's like cool, nobody sees it.
That's never happened to me, thankfully.
Listen, I had that one fight with a woman that I never thought it would happen to me, but it was one where we got into it, and then she knocked on the door. I was like, fuck it, just leave then. Then I opened the door, and his shoe was coming out over my head. And it's like 2 or 3 in the morning in some shitty hotel, like a Days Inn and some shit. But before they got the refurbished, you know, like the Days Inn. Like, did y'all clean that? You know, that kind of Days Inn.
Of days.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got in a fight, and I go, God damn it. I mean, I was like, oh, somebody's going to jail. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell, like, but then again, the good thing about a shitty hotel or a motel, if you get in a fight, no one's really going to call the police on you because they're doing shit too. They're either doing coke with piranhas in the fucking, in a
Look
fish.
around. We're all in shitty situations.
Hey, with a piranha and a catfish in the same tank with a cat. So, you know, they're doing cocaine, so they go, I ain't calling the police. You know what I mean?
You saw this dude's apartment, you know he'd never stay in a place like that.
The last thing you want, if you're doing dirt and you hear him arguing in the next room, is like, oh, officer, they're fighting in the next room because you're going to get were you the one that called? And like, huh? No, you know what I mean? You're like fucking mini Scarface over here with fucking bags of cocaine, all because you're gonna be Captain Save-A-Ho, you know what I mean? So yeah, man.
He Got Game. You remember? And He Got Game. Fucking Pimp was beating up the white chick, and Denzel's next door. Because he get. This is the weirdest work release. Hey, try to convince your son to come to our college. We'll let you out early.
Isn't that great
You
though?
know you murdered your wife.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, he did, but he like
He wasn't.
playing
Yeah,
it out. It was
on
like
purpose.
a goddamn bitch. Uh-oh. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you hit your head. Are you gonna be okay?
Nope.
You gonna be
She's
okay?
Gone for the rest of the movie.
Gone.
Don't even get a flashback.
Gone. Yeah.
Jesus! So they let this nigga out of jail to convince his son to sign with the school.
Like, son, you have to go to the school. Trust me, you have to go to. Did you hear the behind the scenes on that? Was that when they played each other?
One-on-one, yeah, I was just about to say that.
Wasn't that great?
Yeah.
Denzel's competitive. I love Denzel like that.
So in the original transcript of the movie, Denzel's character was not supposed to score when they play one-on-one at the end of the movie for what do you say? A play for the scholarship, I think it was, or whatever it was. He was like, I'll never talk to you. You'll never have to talk to me again if you win.
Yeah, and
So Denzel wasn't supposed to score. So obviously Denzel being Denzel, I'm a scorer on this nigga.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I thought it was
But
great.
that movie's great. I love that movie. There's really awesome sex scenes in it. If you want to pause it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I was like, hey, I'm up. You know, you want to hear about a shitty movie, man? Did you see the one on Netflix with Halle Berry and Mark Wahlberg? Ooh, Halle Berry plays like a CIA agent
I saw
undercover.
the preview. It's not good. What's it called? Cuckoo? Is that what
No, Cuckoo's another movie that.
The Union.
The
Yeah, the Union. It was woof.
I saw
Go
Atlas.
on strike from the Union, huh?
Atlas, the J-Lo movie on Netflix, where she's like in the military.
I don't buy J-Lo and I don't buy Halle Berry. I mean, just the way she holds the gun, she's supposed to be sweaty. You go, okay, I'm done. Like the first 10 minutes, like
You didn't like her in Swordfish?
she was pretty good in Swordfish when she got out of the pants. I was like, okay,
She was great
you know
in
what I mean?
Swordfish.
But
Showed them titties.
But man, there's a point when in the movie, okay, like you first watching, like okay, and then they're leading this dude down who's special ops through a hotel with a bag over his head. This will be CIA, and they're walking out with guns through a hotel lobby with a bag over the dude's head, and I'm like, okay, CIA wouldn't do shit like that.
Yeah,
You know
unless
what I mean?
they were,
So yeah.
What was the name of that movie? You don't remember?
The Union.
The Union.
The Union, yeah. So Mark Wahlberg produced it. At the very end, though, it was kind of cool. At the very end, they showed them when they were younger, and they were hanging out. Like, they were, like, young. Mark Wahlberg was in his Marky Mark phase, obviously, and Halle Berry was, she was, I don't know if they knew each other, they were just met behind at some awards thing, but yeah, I was like, I wonder if they went out or what, you know what I mean? I wonder. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, we don't know what it's like to be a A-list star or coming up in Hollywood during that
Speak
time
for
when
yourself.
you're young. Fuck, man. Can you imagine? I mean, you know, who else you gonna fuck? No offense, but I mean, your average.
Who else you gonna fuck? Everybody else who wants to fuck you. What are you talking
Well,
about?
I'm talking not like, no offense.
Halle
but
Berry's
It's not like
not
Halle
fucking-
Berry's gonna be going through this apartment complex. Go, is that Deanna Curry? You know what I mean? Or
You know, you never know. She might be a fan of mine.
who's that high school dude right
I
there?
feel like I could pull Halle Berry if I really, you know.
Okay, let's stop
got
right
to
there.
know
Let's
her.
let's
You know
cut.
what I mean?
Let's cut right there.
I feel like if me and Holly was in the same space, you know,
Isn't it Hallie? Isn't it Hallie?
you can call her whatever you want to call her. I call her mine.
I call her Belil.
Anytime you can get that reference off, you do, and I
know.
love it.
I know.
It's always funny.
I know.
Let's do the Am I the Asshole?
Shit, man. Really? We're that far?
I sent it to Gina.
Let's see.
How come you didn't send it to me?
Because you can't read fast. Am I the asshole for taking my ex's 401k payout? This is going to be good.
Oh, that's grounds for killing somebody.
My ex was flaky and procrastinated on everything. He was a mama's boy, and the last straw in a relationship was he took his mom to an Ash Wednesday service on Valentine's Day, and I broke up with him that night. We were together 5 years, and I was his emergency contact at work. We lived together, but I moved out right after that. He died in a car crash shortly after that. It was tragic and hurt. I never reached out to his family because of the bad blood, because of his mother. I found out I was the beneficiary of his 401k. I remembered us discussing it a few years back when we first lived together. For 5 years, we split the bill, so I felt like I should get it because we wasn't broken up that long.
Because we wasn't broken up that long.
That's what she said. I should get it because we wasn't broken up that long.
She should take some English classes too.
We wasn't broken up that long.
And I said, I sure will.
His mother is angry with me about it, saying I broke his heart when I still feel like him and her are to blame for the relationship. His family reached out to me and I told them to sue me over it. I told them I wasted 5 years with him, so it's karma. I get the payouts, not them. I do believe that, but some people think it's me being petty to his mom over it. Is that all of it? And that's the end of that one.
That's it?
That's it. Is she the asshole for taking her ex's 401k?
Man.
Because he
But
took
she
his
was the
mom to
beneficiary.
Ash Wednesday on Valentine's Day.
But
when do those ever align?
But, yeah, it's weird. But anyway, to me, the thing is, he left her the beneficiary. So legally, yeah, right? If she was the beneficiary, then the family can bitch all they want to, but he's a grown-ass man. And he died. So...
He died unexpectedly. I'm sure he would have changed the policy.
But he didn't. I mean, how soon, like, we're broken up. Bye. Bam.
How do we know she didn't go, I got this one?
No. Hey, we're broken up. Yeah, I wanted to change it. Watch out for that. You know, his last words, change the beneficiary to my mama. Put it in my mama's name.
Sorry, we need a notary.
So, you know what? Don't get me wrong. She sounds like a real piece of work, but she was the beneficiary. I mean, legally, yeah, because she goes sue me over it. Of course she is, because she's got that money.
She sounds very cold-hearted to me. The fact that this man loves his mother enough to take her to church on come on, lady, Valentine's Day really is that big of a deal to you that you would end your 5-year relationship
for
over
women?
it?
For women,
come on, man.
Hey, man, women have a hard time with their moms over. I mean, I've been to situations where, like, it was on vacation, so everybody's different on vacation. But there was a girl I was like, you know, into trying to smash, and the mom was kind of hot. So when me and the girl got along, she goes, "So do you think I'm hotter than my mom?" I was like, "That's why I'm with you now."
That's why I'm with you now, because I think you're hotter than your mom.
But but she kind of thought that I wanted to hit on her mom too, which probably won't. But I mean, the mom came along, but it's like, you know, I was like, no, I'm with you. But I was thinking, shit, if I can get that kiss Gene Simmons threesome, yeah. But
I had
regardless
a
of the fact,
girlfriend's mom kiss me in the mouth one time
tongue,
when I wasn't expecting
what
it.
tongue?
No, it wasn't with tongue.
She kissed you, but did it?
But it wasn't. It was.
Oh, what a hoe! and where was your girlfriend at?
She was in the bedroom.
Sleep?
No, she was awake.
Oh, I thought it was one of the times where you get up to go pee and then you spend the night and her mom was like,
No.
"Hey,
So,
Dion,
They were moving.
got some homework you need help with?"
Homework.
Well, you know, you got the
I
high
didn't have
school.
any girlfriends in high school.
Okay.
That's not true. I had 2.
Okay.
One of them lived 40 miles away, so I never saw.
You didn't have a girlfriend in high school.
And then the other one I had for like 2 weeks.
You know how hard it is to travel when you're in high school. You live 40 miles away. Back in those days,
Hey, bro.
actually that's like living in another
In
state.
the early 2000s, man, it was like living in another. She had a different area code. So,
Damn,
yeah,
Dion.
so it was a long distance. Man,
I used to write
this
letters.
was before.
I used to write letters to girls.
This
I
was
can't wait to
before-
kiss you, maybe.
Maybe.
And Daddy, you got a stamp for what? Nothing, Daddy.
I used to write letters.
I did. I used to write letters. We had the internet. You actually had to work for that shit. I used to go to a payphone. You remember those were?
Yeah,
I used to
I
go
do.
with a handful of change and be like, yeah, is this Melissa? No, because her last name was like, I don't know, Smith or whatever. And I would call everyone from that. She was long distance. Whoever had that last name. I actually had to get a phone book. No, that's me. I did it. And
You didn't even have her number. You would go through the phone.
yes, and I'd call her, and they go, and then you'd be talking and go, you need to deposit 10 more cents. Yeah, so I was thinking I think we have a wrestling tournament there. You need to deposit 25 more cents. Anyway, I think, seriously, I would go there with a handful of change, talking to the chick I knew good and damn well, but I had that hope. I had that hope that maybe I'd get a kiss, and I'd write him a letter and shit. Yeah.
I had my boys who had cars take me up to go see her.
And what would they do?
So she would bring like 2 of her slutty friends.
Yeah, that's right. Isn't that the greatest?
That was like,
Who's gonna
I was
play
like,
out?
look, her friends aren't attractive, but they'll do whatever you want. You know? They'll do whatever. So one girl always gave sloppy toppy, and another girl tried to be a prude about it, right? So I told my best friend and my other friend, who wasn't my best friend, but he had the car. I told my best friend, I was like, yo, you want to get the one with the brunette. The brunette's the one that does everything. Don't be with the other girl because she don't really do nothing. His dumbass forgot which one was which. So my other buddy who drove got the girl with the brunette and got the sloppy toppy. He got the other girl. He told me her vagina smelled like gutter leaves.
Gutter leaves. Oh.
He pretended to be asleep the whole time we were there. We were there for like 5 hours, right before the sun came up and her mom came home. Like we were there.
What was her mom doing? Giving sloppy toppies at a truck stop?
Her mom worked the night shift. Her mom was a factory worker or something.
Oh, what them hard women.
Yeah.
Come on with a fucking lunch pail.
Brutal racist, too. Brutal racist.
Really?
Her mom was a brutal racist.
Well, yeah, anybody works a fucking night shift. She comes up with the break of dawn with a fucking lunch pail, probably smoke Marlboro. I fucking hate niggers. My fucking boss is a nigger. I fucking hate that motherfucker. Anyway, hey, somebody here. Smell like gutter leaves in this son of a bitch.
You guys never said if they're the asshole.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, she's an asshole. I mean
Legally, she's not.
legally she's not, but she's an asshole because she's petty.
If you throw away
but
your
she wasn't
relationship
beneficial.
for that,
Yeah, but that's some other shit she ain't saying that she did. But anyway, 5 years of being with a mama's boy, and that motherfucker dies, and she goes, I'm gonna get his money because I deserve it because he ruined my Valentine's Day. Bitch, what are you, 12? Okay, and it's 6th grade?
it's like go the day after when everything's on sale.
So she, yeah, she's an asshole, but she's legally entitled to that money. What do you think, Malik?
I also think she's an asshole.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's mad grimy to steal
That's
a dead
gra-
man's 401k
Dude,
from
yeah.
his family after you done broke up with him.
Yeah, and she's telling, you know what's funny? She's telling a story, and you can make yourself look good in a story, but she didn't. And that's her
Dude,
telling a story.
imagine the guy that like goes on a date with her. So, tell me about your last relationship. Well, I jacked his 401k after he died because he took his mom to Ash Wednesday service on Valentine's Day.
And that's why I'm working the late shift in a Porsche.
Yeah, it's like, check, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, damn, we gotta go. Fuck, man, that was
Always
good.
goes so fast.
That was good though. I needed that. That was good.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Sorry We're Canceled. Make sure you go to buymeacoffee.com/Sorry We're Canceled. Become a Cancel Crew member for as little as $6. You get a bonus episode every month and early access to the regular episode. So that's awesome. And you can also pick up merchandise. We got
Yes.
Sorry We're Canceled t-shirts.
Yes.
For $25 with shipping directly to you. So
Yeah.
make sure you guys head on over and do that.
Thank you guys for everything. I appreciate that. Man, looking forward to just getting back into it, bro. Getting back into it.
Yeah,
So
so you know how we do it. I'm Deion Curry.
I'm BT. That's Malik on the ones and twos. And like we said about this time, you know the word.
Malik is a catfish and piranha.
Is that gutter leaves?